Memorial Day is just around the corner, a day when we pay tribute to America's fallen soldiers. But when an Ohio woman was told last year that she couldn't fly a service flag to honor her son's Army service, Congressman Boccieri, an Iraq War veteran himself, stepped in. Last week, the House of Representatives passed his bill making sure family members of servicemen and women can display these very special flags. He joins us now live from Canton, Ohio with more. Welcome, Congressman.
Thank you. Thank you for having me today.
Talk about why these flags are so important, what they mean to the families.
Well, the service flag is a symbol for the family to display in pride for the service of the soldier, their loved one who's put themselves in harm's way and sacrificing or gave the ultimate sacrifice. And we want to make sure that they can display it anywhere or anytime that they choose. It's not only for the families and the pride that they have in their service member, but for us to remember their sacrifices.
And I understand this initial controversy sparked because a condo or homeowners association would not allow this woman to display the flag. So tell us about your bill, making sure that's not going to happen to another family.
That's correct. We were quick to introduce a bill to make sure that the service flag, the Blue Star, Gold Star flags recognized by the Department of Defense, can be flown anywhere and any time, in a condo association, at a person's residence, in a person's business, because it wasn't real clear in the law whether they could do this at a condo association or some sort of residential development. So we wanted to make absolutely clear, and that's why we introduced the bill. It's passed the House of Representatives, it's in the Senate, and I can think of a few good senators who could carry this.
Were you surprised at all that there would actually be an organization that would tell an American citizen, I mean a mother with a son serving overseas, that she couldn't display this flag?
Well, I don't know that the flag is recognized by all individuals, and that's why we wanted to raise awareness, first of all, and secondly, to make sure that there were no restrictions or prohibitions from being able to display this flag. And we just wanted to make sure that families had the ability to show their pride in their loved one, their soldier who is serving and put themselves in harm's way or sacrificed everything, and that's what the Gold Star flag represents, the sacrifice to the country.
And you mentioned it's gotten through the House now, you're looking to the Senate. Do you expect any problems there, or do you expect a quick passage? I know they're very busy, but this is an important, very simple bill, it sounds like.
Well, it's a very simple bill. It left the House with no opposition, and we had bipartisan co-sponsors. So it's modeled after, the recent flag legislation that passed out in 2005, almost unanimously out of the Congress. So I don't believe that there'll be any opposition. And I've already spoken to Senator Webb, and I want to speak to Senator Lindsey Graham, who I actually flew out of Baghdad to see if they would jointly carry this legislation and move it in the Senate.
Congressman Boccieri, we thank you for your service to this country. We know that is one of the reasons you're so tightly passionate about this particular bill, but we thank you very much for how you have served and now fighting for many others who are out there and their families to have the opportunity to recognize the service of others as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Well, security has been tightened in Kandahar, and the Taliban in Afghanistan is claiming responsibility for an assault on NATO's biggest base in southern Afghanistan. Insurgents fired rockets and automatic